Hi, everyone. In the driver's seat today, we're talking about sound, specifically automotive sound. And who better to talk to us about that than Bose? With us today is Peter Kosak, Senior Vice President, Head of Bose Automotive. Peter joined Bose in 2019 and is responsible for a global organization that supplies world-class audio systems and technologies to more than 20 automotive brands worldwide, delivering memorable in-cabin experiences to millions of consumers every year. Peter's career includes more than 3 decades of engineering and product management experience in the automotive industry, most of which was spent with General Motors. And prior to joining Bose, he worked with an automotive tech startup in Silicon Valley called Nato. He joins us today from the Bose Automotive Lab facility at the company's headquarters in Framingham, Massachusetts. Welcome, Peter.
Hi, Emma. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. Well, I think it's fair to say that most people are aware of Bose audio products, headphones, speakers, home theater systems. But what may come as a surprise to some is just how long Bose has been in the automotive business. Peter, can you tell us a little more about Bose's position in the car business?
Sure, thanks. I think that's right, though. When people think about Bose, they do tend first to think about consumer electronics, thinking about direct reflecting speakers and big lifelike sounds out of small things and the first noise-canceling headphones and all that. But I actually love it when I tell someone that I'm at Bose and they say, oh, I have Bose audio in my car. And maybe that shouldn't surprise me because we're actually have a major anniversary right now. This is our 40th year in automotive. We actually invented the category back in the fall of 1982, introducing the first premium audio system in the 1983 model year Cadillac Seville.
Wow, 40 years. So why 40 years ago did Bose enter the automotive space?
Yeah, I love talking about this. Dr. Amar Bose, who was a professor at MIT and started the company, always felt that automotive was a perfect application space for premium audio, that occupants are captives and have to go from A to B for a certain amount of time. They're located in consistent seating positions. And if you could really understand the acoustic characteristics of the surfaces in the vehicle, even though automobiles have kind of a hostile audio environment, you could deliver a terrific audio experience by optimizing and modeling for cars. And I think since then, our business has only grown with new customers and more advanced systems, creating immersive audio, and now actually working in sound management.
So no doubt you're well aware of some of the key shifts that the automotive industry is going through right now. What are the important trends you're seeing, and what is the team at Bose doing to react to them?
Yeah, it's interesting. Anytime I think about how disruptive this time is, I think back just over 5 years ago when I was at General Motors, and Mary Barra said to the world then, I think the automobile industry is going to change more in the next 5 to 10 years than it has in the last 50 years. And I don't think everybody realized then just how true that is. As I sit here today, I think there are really 5 major trends that are driving automotive generally and our business specifically. And I think the first is accelerating, and that's electrification. I think 5 years ago, people didn't realize how much climate change would be on people's minds and how sustainability would be driving product plans. I think battery electric vehicles are all over every OEM's portfolio going forward. And for us, that creates a very different acoustic environment overall. I think the second trend is the intersection between consumer electronics and automotive. I mean, you just get in a car these days and there are big screens and head-up displays, and now we're augmenting that visual reality with navigation information and alert information. You're getting, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Really, the interior of a car and the driving experience almost feels more like gaming now than certainly than it did, even 5 years ago. And that's really allowing us to bring our consumer electronics side into automotive. I think the third trend is just continuing. It's active safety. It's the vehicle's ability to sense and respond to threats overall, and that's really driving a need for more compute power and over-the-air in vehicles. The fourth one is the terrible trend right now, which is the chip supply crisis. So just as we need more and more chips, There are fewer and fewer of them, at least for the near term. So I think all of those four are driving the fifth trend, which is really impacting our business. And that's what we call up integration. So that's taking distributed compute around the vehicle with control modules and consolidating that compute into domain controllers that are very powerful, almost like a smartphone is set up where, for safety systems and other functional stuff in the car, you have one domain controller, and then for in-vehicle infotainment, another one. And that plus over-the-air capability really sets up a different dynamic for us, and it's leading to some new partnerships, including those with like Qualcomm and DSP Concepts and others. So it's very, very strong change environment right now, no doubt.
Well, with all these important issues emerging, can you talk a bit more about how Bose Automotive and the car audio business overall has evolved over the years?
Yeah, I think our business is much more diverse. I think the cornerstone of our business is now and will continue to be creating peerless, immersive, lifelike audio. That's really at the core of the company overall. Our target is being best in competitive set for premium entertainment audio. But in the last 5-ish years, we've spent a lot more time focusing on sound management in the vehicle. All the way back to the first noise canceling headphones, we realized that quiet is luxury, and it's quality, and it's relaxation and reduced fatigue. It's a great foundation for a premium audio experience. So for a while, we've focused on reducing powertrain noise and road noise, those kinds of things. But since electric vehicles, it's really changed. The waterline for noise really drops in EVs without the powertrain, engine, and driveline and exhaust, and it reveals traditional noises or pre-existing noises like road noise more, and wind noise and heating and air conditioning noise, those sorts of things. And it introduces new noises into the car, like e-motor noises and some of the active safety systems noises like LiDAR systems. So this is giving us a really strong palette to work on to reduce noise and to augment noise to create a better soundscape in cars.
Bose has long been regarded as a very innovative company, dating all the way back to Dr. Amar Bose himself, who you mentioned earlier. Now that you're in the catbird seat for the automotive business, what's the coolest experience that you're offering your customers right now?
I think it's actually hard to pick just one. We've talked about advanced more complex algorithms with greater compute power, but we're also working on acoustic structures and getting control speakers closer and closer to the listener's ears. So we've developed headrest speakers and seatback speakers and overhead speakers to create a much more immersive audio experience, really a 3D experience. Beyond that, when you get control closer to the occupants, you actually can develop experiences like volume zones, seat to seat, and content zones for entertainment audio. These areas, I think, are some of the most exciting areas of advancement, as we're going forward. It just makes me think about how the work that the engineers are doing is so terrific. I think that sound as our power is something that we live every day. Sound is inspiring and relaxing and informing and alerting. I think it's at the heart of the company. It connects us to each other and to our experiences and to the world around us, whether it's in the car or on the go or in the home.
Mhm. It's been amazing talking to you, Peter. So, as you know, it's a tradition to close out each episode with our 0 to 60 challenge. So, over the next 60 seconds, we'd like to give our viewers a chance to get to know you a little better. So, are you up for the challenge?
Sure.
All
Shoot.
right. Who's the most important mentor in your career?
I think this topic is so important. I guess I'd go back and cite someone at General Motors, a guy I worked with and for, who led global engineering. His name was John Calabrese. He'd probably kill me for mentioning him. He was a perfect leader. He was present when we had execution issues. He was a great mentor at critical times in my career. For most of my career there, he was a friend and a mentor who helped me and told me the way it is. I will say though, since coming to Bose, there is in the last 2 years, a new CEO, and I have to say I would follow her anywhere. She's fantastic.
Well, that's a lovely story. Thanks again, Peter, for being with us today. It's been an amazing discussion, and we'll see you all next time for In the Driver's Seat.
Thank you, Emma. Appreciate it.
Thank you.